Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Radium, and today I have another episode of my Terraria Calamity mod Deathmode True Melee playthrough. This one should be really good fun in all honesty. I don't really know how it's gonna go. But regardless of that, I'm very excited to get into it. Last time we managed to enter hard mode and also defeat a good few hard mode bosses, which was actually very successful all things considered. So I'm hoping we can keep that trend going today, despite having to go up against significantly stronger enemies. But we are in a pretty good spot. You know, with amazing armor, accessories, weapons, etc. So, as well as that, I wrote a Discord, which we very luckily got. With that said, though, I'm kind of stuck, because I don't really know what to start with, because we ultimately have 4 bosses we can do right now, which are, I believe, the Calamitous, Skeletron Prime, the Aquatic Scourge, and the Destroyer. I'm not confident with doing a mech boss, so I guess that leaves Calamitous and the Aquatic Scourge. And it would be cool to do Calamitous, but that'll be an incredibly hard fight in Deathmode, I can imagine. So I might have to do Aquatic Scourge first, just to see my options. I've decided to preemptively craft all the boss spawners so we can get right into the boss fights once we're ready. But there are a couple of steps we need to do beforehand. Now first of all, there's something I don't remember correctly, but if I do remember it, then it's going to be really good for us. I believe that after you defeat one mechanical boss, you can get the Yellow's Yo-Yo, which will be a significant upgrade from the Ammo Rock. And it will ultimately serve as my best weapon for a while, I think. So, even if I can't get it, it's definitely worth going to the jungle and checking it out, at least for a while. And I'll also search it on the wiki real quick. Okay, we got it. Oh my goodness. I didn't even start the Ultimate Battler again, but this weapon is crazy good. So, we've got a hurtful one, which is amazing. I'm obviously going to take my lightning boots off again, so we can use this with a yo-yo bag. And this will most likely be one of my most powerful weapons by far. We only got 4 life fruits, but that's still pretty good. It's an extra 20 health. And that HP is going to come in handy, I guess. With these upgrades, I guess it's time for another fight. And the boss I'm going to try this time around is the Destroyer. And I have a tactic I want to try for him, so it's going to be fun. But it requires me to have his invincibility frames gone. So this is either going to go really, really well or really, really poorly. We're just going to have to pray. Okay, here we go. There's the big damage. See, it does so much damage, but the only issue is you take so much in return. And I mean, if the probe still drops their little hearts, then this would be much easier, but I don't think they do. Absolute insanity. I'm just gonna send it. Give me rage. Give me rage. 15, 14, 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we did it. Oh my god. that was something to say the least. Oh my goodness. I swear the DPS there was just insane with the fetid Bagnacks, but since I can't really use them for Plantera, I don't think, I did want to use them for one fight if possible. Oh my lord, I just realised I can get myself a Cosmolite. This is an item I'm going to quickly go grab, so I'll meet you guys back once I have the resources to get this. To make this thing, as far as I understand, you only need Frigid bars, Hellstone bars, Souls of Night and Light, and then you're good to craft it, so... What you need is the Moonlight and the Daylight, and then you just combine them both at a Mithril Anvil, and then you can do it. So this is an incredible item. This will allow me to skip through days and nights, so I can just farm bosses out more easily. Especially ones that are time exclusive, like the Mechanicals and Calamitous, which are actually fights I intend on doing next. Skeletron Prime in particular is very menacing to me in terms of like doing it, just because I've never been that great at the fight. But I'm going to quickly grab the spawners I accidentally put away and give this a go. Okay, here we go. I can guarantee this is one we're going to have to main the Yellow's for, because it does so much damage in comparison to all the others. And it'll overall just help me take out some of the more annoying turrets. This fight is actually very chill in comparison to the Destroyer. And maybe even compared to the Twins it's very chill, but it's still a difficult battle that shouldn't be taken lightly. Okay, I've taken out 2 of the more annoying arms, because I think I can deal with the current 2 until they get taken out. Because I believe once you get the boss down to 2/3 health, they just disappear, and he enters the next phase, which, you know, is what I want, because I don't want the fight to last too long. And overall, I need to focus on damage above everything else. Okay, we've hit that phase now. Oh god. Oh god, okay, now the fun begins, but luckily our damage is really, really good, so we shouldn't have too much of a problem doing this. As long as I can dodge most of the attacks, we should be fine. And I think the head's broken, that's fun. Because he won't stop spinning, which is not ideal. If that's the case, then I might need to redo the fight at a later date, but it does seem that the boss is bugged, unfortunately. Unless, like, it's an intentional thing, which doesn't really make much sense to me. Only issue is, now that he's doing this, I'm just going to have to spam dodge, and just pray that we can get the damage done. I read in the patch notes that a lot of people were having like a lot of bug issues with Calamity. I did not expect it was to be to this level, but still. I might try the fight again afterwards to see if I can get a fight without him doing the infinite loop of spinning. And you know, it might change up before he dies, but I am kind of disappointed that I can't do this fight properly, as this is one of my favourite battles like in the previous version of Deathmode. Okay, the fight is pretty much over now, yay. I mean, we did Skeleton Prime. But the thing is, I reckon we could have done that anyways, to be honest. It was a relatively simplistic battle. And, I mean, now at least we can craft the pickaxe axe and start mining chlorophyte, but there's one more challenge we need to do before we do that, which is Calamitous. Okay, that's not happening. Mainly, not because it's a necessarily difficult fight, but with the Brimstone Flames debuff, I have absolutely no regeneration, so any regen I have right now just doesn't matter. There's no dodging it as well, because that still gives you the debuff. So we might actually need to go beyond that fight for a small while, and come back to it when we're a lot stronger. Okay guys, I decided it would be worthwhile maxing out my HP, so there we go, 16 additional life fruits to the original total. And now we're on 600 big health, which is absolutely incredible. Apart from that, however, there's one more thing I recall I need to show you guys. I don't actually remember what it is in the moment. Oh yeah, it's a new weapon. The Breaker Blade can have an upgrade in Calamity, called the Phoenix Blade, I believe. There we go, Phoenix Blade, boom. So, it's this thing, it's pretty much a true melee incredible weapon. So this is going to be a god sword for us, way better than the Excalibur, but I'm still going to have it in a hotbar for versatility. And, you know, any little helps. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but it looks cool regardless. In truth, I don't actually know whether Turtle's going to be better than Titanium, but I know it gives more defense, and it's a very good melee set to have. So that's just what I'm going off for in terms of logic for now. Normally the chlorophyte grind is one of the most painful things for like all Terrarians, but luckily for me, thanks to Vein Miner and incredible mining speed, this should take no longer than 5 minutes to do. And then after that, we can go craft ourselves the entirety of the turtle set. Okay guys, it's been a while since I've been able to do something like this, but I've set something up called a mass crafting. So first of all, we've got to make ourselves the chlorophyte we mined. I think I've gotten a very sizable amount. There we go, 78, which is enough for the full set, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so there's a bunch of things I really want to make. So first of all, we need to go craft all of these. The Charm of Myths is one of them, the Star Veil is one of them, the Armor Bracing, the Medicated Bandage, the Plan. This took about an hour and a half to farm out, by the way. And the Counter Curse Mantra. Now, with these items, I believe, first of all, we can make ourselves the Dithic Amulet, which is an absolutely incredible accessory. And then, we can also make the Ankh Charm, followed up by the Ankh Shield. Both of these are absolutely amazing, and I don't actually know how I'm going to fit them into my loadout for the time being. But I'm just going to swap them out for accessories like those two for the time being, and maybe like swap them in and out of other items. Like, the Bloody Worm Tooth is absolutely amazing, but I feel like the Dithic Amulet overall is more valuable. And then I'll put the Ankh Shield on when I'm not using the Abaddon, because this is better for, like, Calamitous and other enemies. But this is better for pretty much anything else. The Turtle Armor is also important, so I'm going to make that now. I think I have enough for 2 chest plates, so I can make the Shell and the Scale Mail. I don't know which is going to be better. But now we can go from 93 defense, 93 to 109. As well as that, the debuff's pretty good, and this set is very, very fun. In truth, though, I don't know whether the damage reduction is going to be that significant when compared with Titanium, so I'm going to keep the Titanium backed up there. Just as like a backup set I can use whenever I really need it. The next mission is obviously enough Plantera, but there's something I want to try for this boss. It's most likely not going to work at all, but it's just, you know, interesting, and if it does work, that would be very, very sick. Okay, so let's try that exact same thing, but slightly less stupidly. I've properly prepared this time. So, we've got incredible speed, everything's reforged to menacing now, and I've got some Calamity buffs, like the Photosynthesis Potion and the Triumph Potion. These are Calamity buffs, so do not worry, this is perfectly allowed. You can obtain these by farming out worlds in the Sulphurous Sea. Smashing those pots can drop those potions, but I believe you can also craft them all. Now I'm going to give this another go, but with the turtle armor on. Hopefully this does something of a difference. I'm just going to jump down here, and we're going to spam again. So the first phase certainly seems doable. We regenerate a very substantial amount of health, and, you know, we're doing good damage. Once this phase hits, it just seems to disappear, basically. So now let's activate Rage. you know, make the most of our damage. And okay, we've used the healing potion. 15k health to go. We got a dodge, so there's a chance. 5k, 4k, 2k, 1k, and oh my goodness, we did it. We actually did it. Oh my god. I know some people are going to think that's very, very cheap of me doing that. But I think it's really cool that I can tank bosses like that. And it's just a fun way of playing the game. So, with that said, let's go for Golem. And we did it. Oh my god, we actually did it. I'm sorry, I really am sorry for those who don't want me to fight bosses like this, but I just find it so fun that I can tank. And in all honesty, that was such a good way of fighting Golem in my opinion. Just really enjoyable to do, really, really fun. And now we're in a really strong spot, so I'm happy with that overall. The best part is the fact that I can now craft beetle armor. I can also make shattering potions, which are absolutely incredible potions that I definitely want to make, as all of my attacks will completely break enemy armor and I'll do so much more damage. Okay, let's craft the full set of armor. I'm going to go for the defensive, obviously enough. So there we go, that's the offensive set, and we will be making both, but for now I only have enough scales for the defensive. There we go, 111 defense, and beetles protect you from damage, which is really nice. At this stage, however, I don't really know what to do next, because I have skipped out a very sizable chunk of the game. As, look, we've literally skipped out all of this from, like, we still need to do Calamitous, so, yeah, all of this will come. I just need to find a better weapon, first of all, and I think I know just the weapon that's going to do it. Oh yeah, I should have a pretty significant wing upgrade to get now, if I am correct. Yeah, there we go. Steampunk wings. These wings are absolutely amazing in pretty much every way when compared with frozen wings, because they give very minimalistic buffs. These give 8 plus defense, 10% increased movement speed, 4% increased damage, and 2% increased critical strike chance. So there isn't a single worse thing on there, basically. And overall, the new wings are just going to be so good. Okay, it's time to start farming for the next item. That was a bad timing for it, so I'm just going to quickly use the Cosmolite and skip the night. But now we're going to get straight back into it. You guys can probably figure out the item we're shooting for without too much struggle. We are obviously enough going for the Eye of Cthulhu yo-yo. That is an amazing weapon. But additionally, getting the Psycho Knife would be quite good. I don't think it's good in this version of the game, unfortunately, because it hasn't gotten the buff where it's like incredibly fast, but it would still be nice to get, I think. Now I get to really show you guys the true power of the Phoenix Blade. This weapon is amazing. And once a Mothron comes along, we just sit inside of it and do this. And it dies incredibly quickly, which is, you know, very fun to do. And this means that we can pretty much tank the Solar Eclipse at this stage. We are really powerful. And the crazy thing is, this item can be obtained before Calamitous and Plantera. And the Fetid Bagnaks are pre-boss, which is just absolutely incredible. Hey, we got the Psycho Knife. Hang on, what? But there's no way it does 700 damage a hit. And, oh my god, what? That's insane. This thing's amazing. This might actually be an upgrade, or like, a similar style weapon to the fetid Bagnax. I had no idea it did this much damage. That's insane. Okay, now it's time to activate Ultimate Battler, and this is probably where I die a lot, but at the same time, it's a small price to pay, because we're going to get so many unique items from this. Ow, my ears! Oh my god, we got the Eye of Cthulhu already. Okay. Well, you know what? We're surviving, so I'm going to turn off Ultimate Battler. We might as well try and loot this. Okay, on that note, let's put the Eye of Cthulhu yo-yo in our hotbar, quickly compare it to the Yellet, so we're getting 120 extra damage. On that note, I think it's about time we say goodbye to the chain guillotines. They served us really well, in all honesty, but, you know, now we've just got bigger and better options. With all of that done, however, I think it's about time we give, what's his name? Calamitous another go. I'm sorry we had to wait this long to fight him, but I think it's kind of fitting that we struggled against him a lot. You know, with the Tyrion storyline and everything, so now we get to give the boss a real run for his money. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, we have defeated Calamitous. And my god, that was a really fun fight, actually. I always love doing that battle, and with the new gear, especially the Eye of Cthulhu yo-yo, it was so incredibly easy. On that note, though, I think I'm going to consider rounding off this video here, just because we've done so much. And there's literally only a couple more things I need to do before we really start heading towards the Moon Lord, I think. Which is crazy to think about, like, we've done so much in one video. But thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out, guys.